My biggest fear with making this video is the fact that this makes me no longer anonymous. Um, I think it's a lot easier to speak your mind and do things that may not necessarily be the best when you aren't held accountable to them. I think that as someone who believes that my cause, which is equality, is important, that I shouldn't just say things in the background anymore. I think that I definitely need to speak up for what I believe in, because if not, who will? And I think that um, by doing this, I don't think that I'm going to reach a million people. I don't think that I'm going to be anything really big, but I want to say how I feel and give myself and people who feel like I do a voice, because I think it's important. It's important to do. And I think that, this is not going to be edited, okay? I'm not the best, at editing, or I actually don't have any idea how to do any of that stuff. This is my first ever, sit down and record yourself kind of thing. So this is very, very, nerve-wracking for me, especially because this can be something that can be posted and will stay there forever. Or, even if I try to take it down, if I change my beliefs, or I don't necessarily agree with all of the things I bring up now, this is something that forever can be held, against me, and not saying that my points might not, aren't right. I'm just saying that as we each grow as people, as time goes on, as we learn more, our views change slightly. And I think that by, not, addressing kind of the fact that I am not an expert, that my opinion is not perfect, that there are flaws in my ideas, just as there's flaws in other ideas, that I am pretty much saying that it just doesn't work, because it's not true. And I don't want to say anything that won't be true to my own beliefs, and can be proven untrue, because uh when I want to speak like this, I really want to be honest. And what I want to be honest about is how I feel we should be progressing towards equality. I have very, very odd views. I won't say that they're very mainstream, but at the same time, I'm not saying that all of my ideas are like these crazy kind of like over here ideas. I feel like a lot of my ideas are things that people can believe and, might believe, but, I don't even, that's just hard to kind of talk about, because again, I'm not editing this video, and I don't want to make it seem like I think that, I am this savior. Like, I'm not. I think that, like, I'm definitely not someone who has this grandiose philosophy that's going to change the world. I'm not I can't even think of anyone but Freud right now. Like, I'm not that. Like, I'm not going to say something, express something, share my ideas, and it inspire millions. It's just, maybe my goal is to inspire, one person, or, just express that to one person. So I'm going to stop rambling about why I'm doing what I'm doing, because at this point, I feel like if you don't understand or agree with what I'm doing, um, then, you've come to that conclusion, and I'm not going to say that you're right or that you're wrong, but I'm going to say how I feel. So I'm going to continue on this. And again, I'm not an expert in rhetoric. I pronounce words so wrong sometimes. I, am kind of bold. I can get too passionate, and I'm kind of rash. Like, I do kind of things that maybe, or say things, or express things in ways that, you know, aren't necessarily how I mean. So I'm going to try. And I think that's the most important thing.